So in this episode, we're gonna farm a Krampus Sack. First, we need to make this. Then we really want to make like headgear for this. Okay. Throw the manure in there for fires. I don't know what chest anything's going in, so I'm just putting in random chests. And I'll put my tools right here, like I always do. And we have food. We have some pigskin that we'll need, some torches that we'll need. And then we're gonna need... It's really great to just... make a ham bat. I don't know where this goes. You need like a ham bat for this. You don't need a ham bat, but it's like you're going to be swinging so much, it would make no sense to just constantly have to do something, so. Is there a fire pit? There's no fire pit. Do I have rocks? I do. Don't have niter though, I don't think. Alright, so I can't make an endothermic fire pit, but I can make a fire pit for night if I have to. We probably want an endothermic fire pit too, just near our thing, just in case it ever gets late at night and you need to do something. You just have a fire ready. So that was kind of a sloppy fight with the Dragonfly A, but we can't all be winners, and sometimes I really suck at this game. I think anyone who really knows himself will tell you that, like, sometimes you just, like, you fuck things up. I'm not used to fighting the Dragonfly, and really, well, you just need practice. Right, so. I need sticks. But I need to wait for this to go out, because if I leave the screen, it'll just burn. I forgot I need sticks for my ham bat. There we go. If you taunt him, he'll go into there. And this is going to be really hard while recording. I think it's going to slow everything down a lot, to be honest. So, let's... Enabled, small textures enabled. Vibration disabled right now. Okay. I always forget. I'm like, because I usually have sticks on me, I always forget the stick requirement. And this is just my preferred method of farming a ham bat. It's certainly not the best method. So this is our secondary armor now, or it should be. We're in a shipwreck combined world. Sometimes those things get a little funky. But we're now immune to fire as well. And that's the important part. So this is how we farm this thing. We're gonna light it ablaze. And now since we have dragonfly armor, we can stand in it. And these guys are gonna get frozen, and I'm just gonna hold Control F. So I'm killing them. You can see how we're gonna like lag out. We might actually like crash or something. I lag when I do this without recording, so I imagine since I don't have a supercomputer, it's gonna be hard to record. So the point of killing them is they still die. It goes a little faster, yeah, but now we get naughtiness from killing them. And that's going to spawn the Krampus, who's going to see all these hot, delicious items, and he's going to come join the party. So that, yeah, that's what you do, and that's how you save. And he'll just die. And the Krampus Sack not only is going to be extinguished by these things, because it won't get burned, it's immune to fire damage. Since it's still on the butt end of summer, though, we can end up overheating doing this. So since the drop rate's 1%, you can imagine you get a Krampus every, like, you know, 100 kills. You should get one. You can do this with a Glommer, but I like this setup better because it requires you to build... Oh, we won't get it now. We have to wait till morning. We can't get it now because you don't get naughtiness for killing these guys. I like this setup because I think it can be done year-round. You don't have to do it just on a full moon. And it requires a fire farm, but you already probably do a fire farm if you want to make one for, like, food. And also running the fire farm doing this gets you way more items. Another thing is you don't want anything in your inventory that can auto-swap the scale mail. That's a little thing, but if you accidentally auto-swap the scale mail, you can die. You don't want that to happen. And then we just kind of like I put my phone on my spacebar. Spacebar farm. We gotta wait for this to extinguish. If you want this to extinguish faster, you can put like a flingo right up top in the middle, and that'd be like your extinguish flingo, and you just go turn that on, and it'll like probably win because of that. See how slow this is going? I'm just picking up as fast as like I can, and this is how slow it goes. I'm gonna eat that just to clear the inventory space. Alright, now that that's over, we switch here and keep going. It's lagging, so it's like hard to get it going. But yeah, you can see, and since I'm doing this game, I would just cut this out until I got the Krampus Sack, but since I'm doing this live, and not live, I mean, I'm doing this like in one recording, I can't really do it that way. And you want this armor because if the fire farm resolves itself, like while there's a bunch of Krampuses here, they'll just go nuts on this, so you can just light it again. But you want to try and avoid that if possible. That'll actually make it harder to extinguish now, because every now and then it's going to try and send one over that way to keep that from burning. So and if you could see like the Krampus Sack sometimes sticking out, and then you know like, oh, we are done, and you can go turn that other flingo on that ends it. Every now and then someone will hit you. I don't know. Like, and you don't want your scale mail to take unnecessary damage. Alright, this is at the point where we really want to, like, stop it. So we're gonna help it out by picking up this charcoal. There we go. Because if we don't stop it now, my computer will crash. Because the amount of items on screen. I'll do the flingo thing on top, but right now the only thing we can really do is wait. I mean, I could just leave, but a lot of this stuff would get burned and I'd have to redo it. And that's going to take longer than just waiting this out. Theoretically, it should end. I could speed it up. I think I might just speed it up until it ends. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Because I'm getting sick of the frame rate being this slow. Alright, so it's really not tuning down, so I'm going to help it out a little bit. Do what we said. Normally it doesn't last nearly this long. But I want to get back with my life, man. So we're going to put one right here. That should help. And this flingo doesn't have to be on for it to run, but it'll help extinguish it. The more flingos, the better. The better chance it has of turning out. Okay, so it finally went out. Now we can piece. That took a long time, actually. It took almost 2 days. Guy's pissed off because I attacked him. Yeah, he's not worth it. Usually doesn't take nearly that long. Like, nearly that long. So we're going to, like, burn all this stuff, basically. Turn to ash and stuff and let it blow away because we don't need it. Basically, after we get full stacks of meat, we could have, like, 3 fridges of full stacks of turkey, like, every time we do this. So the rest of the stuff just gets burnt. I won't need, like, any more, basically, for the foreseeable future. But I do need my backpack. I don't know where I put that. That's right down there. But we absolutely have to move all the stuff. Is an issue. We're gonna lay this stuff on the ground. That we don't need. And this fire is gonna go right. Let me pick this stuff up. Right here. This is gonna be where we burn stuff. There really is no reason to take it, too, because, like, we really can't use it. So we have to burn it. And this is pretty time-consuming, so I hate to do it on recording. They'll eat stuff, too, which is helpful to us. But we gotta clear this out before we start again, because otherwise it just creates so much lag. And I want to keep, like, the charcoal, because we can make drying racks with that. We can also, if we log out and log in, it'll stack some of them. Because if it detects things that are, like, almost on top of each other, sometimes it'll stack them. Sometimes it won't. So that's kind of what you can do. I do that generally with my tooth trap fields. And this is why, in my other series, and this also initiated low texture mode, which is good. You have to log out and log in for that. See how the textures probably suck on your screen? I'm doing low resolution textures, and we want to do that because otherwise it's going to be a nightmare doing this again. This will really help. Not much, but a little bit it'll help. We'll keep the feathers and stuff. Anything, we don't want to keep the meat because we are going to have like 30 stacks of every kind of meat ever. So. Unfortunately, we can't like convert this meat into like wood or something. You can, there's other methods of getting stuff really fast, but. Like, so if you really wanted fuel, you could do this with bunnies and you use their bunny puffs for fuel. Okay, so as you can see, this can be very, very self-sustaining because all I would need to do is let these rot, and then I would have enough rot to fuel the fires. So generally, I would have a chest where I put like stacks in, and then I'll have like twigs for building what's it called? I have twigs for building ham bats in that. We're gonna put these way the hell down here to try and keep them from fucking our screen up. And in a couple days they'll all rot and we'll come and light them on fire. We don't really need the rot for anything, so. I don't have enough wood right now to build a bunch of chests, but eventually when I'm in a better setup and I got what I want, since right now we have infinite food, essentially, there's really nothing that we want. So I want a Krampus Sack though, so that's why I'm farming that. But we'll have a Krampus Sack, we'll have coffee plants, we'll set up some stuff that we want to make it ideal then. It doesn't really make sense sometimes to set up a bunch of stuff when like it works perfectly fine now. It's just a little inconvenience of like not having chests to like throw your stuff to rot and whatever. Did I ever plant a bunch of trees? I did. There's like a million down there. Do I have an old bell? I don't have an old bell, do I? Well, the next time a full moon comes by, I gotta get one. Alright, feathers right here. I don't have enough for a down feather either, which really sucks. Obviously, that would be a good thing to have. That'll rot. This can go over here. We still don't need food or sanding or anything. And then we go again. Once more. Ooh. The reason I leave my backpack up here is because I want I don't want it to be loaded. I literally am trying to limit as many items as possible from being here. Once more into the breach. Ooh. Get that out of here. Oh shit. Get that out of here. And keep as much off my screen as possible. That would be good. Come get me. There we go. See, this is what I mean. Went out like almost immediately. But you never know. Oh, no Krampus Sack this time either. So, I'm going to just be fast-forwarding through this stuff. I don't want to have 3 episodes of me doing this, and I think that's really dumb, so I'm just going to fast-forward. So, after this episode, I'm going to farm a Krampus Sack. The reason I don't want to do it during the series is because it could take 100 kills, it could take 200 kills. There's really no way to know how long it's going to take, so I'm just going to farm after ending this episode. You don't have to worry about missing anything because I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to strictly farm it until I get it.